What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and there's a lot of steam getting built around Tucker Carlson's new home, including comments just recently made by Matt Gaetz and Joe Rogan, whether or not he's going to, start his. I have my own opinions about what Tucker will likely do, but this is an interesting thing, a good thought experiment. A little bit of spicy stuff going on. So Matt Gaetz this morning, 9 a.m., tweeted, OMG, wait till everyone sees what Tucker Carlson has planned. But I don't think, I don't know. I mean, nobody knows what he has plans. And what's interesting is a lot of people on Twitter are talking about, he's actually still under contract with Fox and they actually have to still work all this stuff out. So all of that has to be worked out before any real new news is out there. But let's take a look at Joe Rogan's comments and we'll talk about the actual viability of it. Shout out to everyone who's picking up their Mother's Day gift boxes from Coffee Brand Coffee. I'm going to give you all a break for the weekend on reminding you, but just, Mother's Day is only 2 weeks away. Things take time to ship. We have 2 awesome pre-built gift boxes. This one here, which has sea salt milk chocolate caramels, milk chocolate pretzel twist, chocolate covered espresso beans, and a delicious Colombian roast in whole bean or ground. And then a kid's favorite edition, sea salt milk chocolate caramels, milk chocolate pretzel twist, raspberry yogurt pretzels, chocolate covered espresso beans, and the same blend. Or you can customize and build your own down on the bottom, where you can get flavored coffees. You can choose a light roast, a dark roast, whatever you want. Our why am I forgetting that name? Cold brew. Our cold brew options, double caffeinated, decaf. You can choose from 15 signature teas, and of course all the premium candy and snacks, which are only available in the gift boxes. Promo code MOM to save 10%. Link in the description. We usually sell out every year. At least so far we've sold out. So make sure you pick yours up early. Now, yesterday Joe Rogan caused some stir. Podcast giant Joe Rogan said on his show Thursday, Fox was smart to try to keep former host Tucker Carlson locked down in his contract and not let him go out and pursue other media ventures. Rogan responded to Carlson's ouster by saying that Carlson was really designed for the internet rather than cable news. It was very shocking to see him leave. Quote, he's going to be on the internet unless they've paid him off to be like, I mean, if I was a person in a position of power and a wildcat like Tucker Carlson got released from Fox News, and maybe Rumble makes a deal with him or something like that. Rogan said, do you have any effing idea how big that would be? How big his show could be and how big it could make that app? It could make that platform. I mean, if Tucker Carlson goes over there, it'd be worth for them to invest a considerable amount of money. Now, we know that Rumble's obviously publicly traded. Rumble has a history. They offered Joe Rogan $100 million over 5 years to come over there. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I don't know if they could, put the money together to make this work, but it certainly is an exciting opportunity. Look, from a personal perspective, it would be awesome. It would be awesome for all of the creators. Look, I understand I'm established, my channel's like at the peak, and now I just gotta, stave off irrelevance as long as I can to get my bills paid and my coffee company secure before I fade into obscurity. But there are thousands and thousands and thousands of other creators that are busting their humps and have no chance with the Google algorithm. So they exist on Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, places like this. Each time somebody makes a major commitment to go to Rumble, whether it's Crowder, for example, who's exclusively over there now, Daily Wire's content at least is being mirrored there. I wish that they would make it exclusive since they already have, they're making, they've got 1 million people paying $15 a month or whatever it is. But that's neither here nor there. If Tucker went there with his 3 to 5 million nightly viewers, it would inject tons of new users. Now, certainly there are Tucker Carlson viewers that are already on Rumble. But if that's where his show is, if that's where they have to go, it could be massive. Now, he could do the same thing that Crowder did, where you pay a few bucks through locals to get access to some of his exclusive shows, but Tucker still needs to put out a significant amount of free content. I think that the move to Rumble, I don't know if Rumble can afford him, but if they could work something out, it would be great, because everybody that, can compete, everybody that goes over there that's big enough, that will they'll be the tide that raises all boats. Tucker fans are probably largely there already, but it will be in every headline for months. The word Rumble, watch Tucker on Rumble, and then people will go to Rumble and they'll see Tucker, and they'll see all these other channels. I mean, I have a channel over there too. All my videos get posted there. My news website, the Publica, we exclusively use Rumble for all of our video hosting on our website. He goes on to continue. But if I was Fox News, that's the last thing I would want, Rogan said. So I would make sure that they have him locked up for the entire term of some contract, so no compete, and pay him off. You'd be better off just giving him the same amount of money he made when he was on air than you would if he was opposing you. Rogan added, they're effing Fox News, man. They're smart. They're not stupid. Yeah, I suppose, in an interesting way. Here's this other article I thought was weird. This says Joe Rogan backstabs Tucker Carlson a year after the former Fox News host defends him. Joe Rogan suggests that Tucker Carlson should head to Rumble after Fox is designed for the internet. I don't really know how is that a backstab? I don't really understand. He writes that Joe Rogan does not believe Tucker Carlson favors the right wing. Carlson, who has previously claimed to be a supporter of the right wing, however, Rogan has defended him in October 2021 episode of JRE. We'll talk to anybody. Tucker has a lot of left-wing people and doesn't disparage them or criticize or mock them. What a weird article. None of this. What? That's not backstabbing him. I don't even understand. I think that the streaming platform, going on, for him to go on a streaming platform would be particularly interesting. If you look at Rumble, it's at $8 a share right now. But if you look at it over the last 5 days or even the last month, it has not been doing well. In fact, it continues to decline, which is interesting to me. I don't know. I mean, they've got $2.2 billion in market cap. So maybe you can see articles like this. This article here, we think Rumble can easily afford to drive business growth. There's no doubt that the money can be made by owning shares of unprofitable businesses. For example, although Amazon.com made losses for many years after listing, if you had bought and held shares since 1999, you would have made a fortune. But while history lauds those rare successes, those that fail are often forgotten. What's interesting here is, I'm not an investor, so I'm literally the last person. When I invest money, I invest it in my business. For example, Coffee Brand Coffee. Building our own fulfillment center cost a lot of money, but now, we can do a lot more. Like we added the kid chocolates and candies and all this kind of stuff that we couldn't have done before. That's where I put my money. But a lot of people do invest. It writes, a company's cash runaway is the amount of time it would take to burn through its cash reserves at the current burn rate. As of December 2022, Rumble had cash on hand of $338 million and zero debt. Looking at the last year, the company burnt through around $41 million. Therefore, from December 2022, it had 8.2 years of cash runway. Importantly, analysts think that Rumble will reach cash flow break even before then. In that case, it may never reach the end of its cash runway. You can see how it balances over time. It's quite stunning to see that Rumble increased its cash burn by 500% over the last year, given the operating revenue was up a stupendous 316% over the last year. There's a good chance the investment will pay off. In light of clear data above, we're fairly sanguine about the business growth trajectory. Clearly, however, the crucial factor is whether the company will grow its business going forward. For the reason, it makes a lot of sense. Like, here's the thing. How easily can Rumble raise cash? Well, I have some I have some personal knowledge about this, but let's write this. We're certainly impressed with the progress Rumble's made over the last year. It's also worth considering how costly it could be if it wanted to raise more cash to fund faster growth. Issuing new shares or taking on debt are the most common ways listed for a company to raise more money for its business. Many companies end up issuing new shares to fund future growth by comparing a company's annual cash burn. So blah, blah, blah. Rumble has a market cap of 2.5 billion and burnt through 41 million last year, which is only 1.7% of its value. You know, I don't think that's really anything to be concerned with. I think, you know, if you have, you go through the money pretty quick if you got to pay someone like Tucker Carlson, $25 million a year, right? Here's the biggest thing holding Rumble's cash flow back. Their ad system. So if I want to buy ads on Rumble, just like we use Google AdWords. So if you've been watching some of my, I don't know, partners in the space videos over the past few days, you may have actually seen my holiday gift box video. I'm paying to run those ads. And I can target by channel. So I'm like, okay, well, if my viewers like these other channels, then perhaps there are like-minded people there, so I'll run my ads there. On Rumble right now, they have a system where I can run ads, but I can't target channels effectively. Once I can target channels effectively, then you're going to have advertisers going over there. Might not be Toyota, which would be stupid, or Honda or whatever. Again, they should spend money there. But there's a ton of people in this space who are either conservative, centrists, or just capitalists like me that see that Rumble has an opportunity for me to run ads at probably a far cheaper price than I can run them on AdWords, meaning I can break even or be profitable far easier. You know, there's so much competition. That's what raises ad rates. So the more people bidding for that spot in a video drives the cost per click up, or the initial cost to bid there to get that, to win that spot. On Rumble, you have less competition, but there's a lot of viewers, so it's a huge opportunity. Once they fix the channel targeting, I'm going to be spending $20,000 a month there advertising coffee. Like, that's just happening. So, you know, once they get that, and I'm sure there are thousands of businesses just like me that would do it. So it's interesting to see just how possible this might be. It would be very interesting nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be interested to see what your comments are all in the comment section down below. Make sure to pick up your awesome Mother's Day gift box from coffeebrandcoffee.com. Promo code MOM to save. Pick up a couple of them. I think you should. It comes in a nice glossy box, so you don't even have to worry about wrapping it. You're all good to go. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.